kids, some of the teams to go there. It's really hard to try to manage all that because in your groups, all of them, you have to get the permissions from the 4 kids or 3 kids that are in the team. Otherwise, nothing happens. Like your team doesn't is not accepted. So it was chaotic.
Okay, that's what I'm debating about. I just got an email regarding the MathCounts video, but I'm going to look into that to see something maybe I'll do later on this year, but we'll see.
Yeah. And it's due on Pi Day, March 14th.
Okay, so we still have some time.
So I usually, I would say I usually would start like in January, and 2 months is not enough. It's not enough. Like
it's not.
Beginning of the year. You need September.
Okay, maybe next year I'll try it.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking a little bit better. Hi, Susie. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm glad to see that you're here. So I'm not sure if we'll get more people, but maybe we'll just get started right now. And so today's our last session for MathCounts PD, and our focus is going to be on the problem set. So we've done the games, and we've already done the exploration, and then so today will be the problem set. So I was just wondering, were there any questions about any of the things that we've done in the past? Like if you tried any activities, are there any questions from any of the things from before I talk about the problem sets?
I didn't.
Okay, all right. So with the problem sets, these are the ones I'm planning to focus on for today, but there's a lot of different problem sets from MathCounts. Let me see if I will show you what it looks like from their website. Let me get that up. So here's when you go into the MathCounts, when you sign in as a coach, oops, yeah. So that's when you go into your club dashboard, that's where you see the 3 activities. And then I go into the problem sets, and that's where you have access to all the different types of problem sets from there. And then I'll probably give us some time at the end to explore this a little bit more too. But these will be the ones we'll be focusing on. So usually with a problem set, it's just a list of problems for kids to work on. And so I was like, imagining if we were in the classroom, I could imagine maybe having the kids in groups and maybe having them work in small groups together and brainstorm how to solve things. And I'll make it like a competition. But I've been brainstorming for myself, like, since we're in this virtual form, I wanted it to be a little bit more engaging. So I'm going to share with you some different ways I was thinking of how to put these problem sets in a more engaging way. So one way, so I took the baked cookies and put it into an escape room. And since it's just the 4 of us, I was thinking maybe we don't even need to go into breakout rooms, and that we'll just do this together. So let me get my link, and hold on. So I'll put the link to this, and I could probably still do the sharing. Okay, here's the link to the escape room. And then let me also click from here. And if you also want to open it on your end so you can play with it too from your end. And then we can just kind of walk things through or work it out. So here is the beginning, the welcoming page of the escape room. We can enter our own risk. And then for this, you always click on the doors to move from one place to the other, especially if you get the right code. So you'll get a message that will let you know if the code is correct or not. So we'll play this for, let's see, maybe about 15 minutes, and then we can talk about like how the experience is. But I took the problem sets from the problem sets and then placed them into an escape room. So you want to give this a try? All right. So you can work on the problems and then let me know, and then what things to put in the code. And then I'll type the code in. And you can also do it on your end. If you have it open on your end, you can test it out and see if it works. you can talk things through with each other too. So especially when I encourage students, if we're doing this, to work together.
Okay. So then she's 5 tablespoons of flour for every 2 ounces of butter. And if they're using 2 pounds of butter, and there's 16 ounces in 1 pound, that means they can get 8 portions, or
80.
well, 8 sections. So wouldn't it be 5 times 8 or 40? Although it would be, but that's for a pound. So then if we doubled it, would it be 80 tablespoons?
Does everyone agree with that? Okay, let's go ahead and test that out. So I'll put 80. Ooh, got it. All right, let me clear this. Let's go to the next problem. Is it clear to see on your share screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if we're just looking at the length, wouldn't that be just 1 row? So if each cookie is 4 and he's got 4 of them going across, wouldn't it be 4 times 4, so 16?
16, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and give that a try. Sounds good.
Does Claudia have an idea?
I'm working on it right now. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out this problem.
Have an idea like how many packages that we can possibly have here?
Yeah. This is a challenging one.
Yeah, when I was reading this at first, I was like, how can we? Because I was having a hard time too when I read this the first time reading it through.
I was thinking, and this is not. Is this an LCM type of problem? No. Huh?
What's an LCM?
Least common
Least
multiple.
common multiple?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I don't think it is. No.
Or what about factor?
Yeah,
Because you want to figure out like what's the, I guess, greatest common factor you could take out of, like, to figure out the number of packages. Yeah.
yeah. So if we do the GCF, I mean, I don't know.
It would be 20, what,
20, yeah.
20?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
It's been a while since I've used those terminologies. Like, what's LCM? Because I don't teach like at the 6th grade. I was like, I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's try to, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
If
give
we
that
did
a try.
20, then we'd have 3 of sugar cookies in each, 4, and then
Yeah.
5.
4 and 5, right? Mm-hmm.
That's chocolate chip,
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
the peanut butter. Is that what I got? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so that gives you,
9, 12.
12.
12.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And I think it's just having, if the students were working, just having them recognize that's what you're looking for, is that factor, that relationship.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Where is it? There, where did it go?
So now we're in a bunker.
Oh,
Ah.
okay. All right. Oh, hold on. What did you say? It was 12, right?
Yeah, for the last
How do
one.
I clear? Oh, oh, never mind. Okay, got it. Okay. Travis, oh gosh. Travis wanted to create a unique cookie frosting. Okay.
See?
And then 30. So I need to find the making both sample and the main batch.
Mix the main batch using 30.
So of yellow frostings. So I'm trying to find the ratio from red to yellow in order to try to make that connection. So ratio of red to yellow is 12 to 2.5, which is 6 and 1.25, which is 24 and 5. So we want to get it to 30. So multiply. Okay, 4.8. Can I do this
Or
correctly?
could you take the 30 teaspoons for the main batch and divide it by the 2.5 teaspoons of yellow for one sample would give you 12.
Yeah.
So you can make 12 batches, and then when you multiply that by 12 by the 12 red to give you 144 teaspoons for the whole batch. And then half of that of the blue would be 6. So then you'd need 6 teaspoons of the blue. So now though, for the final question though, are we just taking the main batch? Or do we have to take the original and the main batch and the sample together to get our final answer? Because in the big batch, we're having on the big batch, it would have been 144 and the 6, 150 plus the 30, so 180 in the big batch. And then we had our 12, 2.5 plus a half, so 3, so plus 15, so 195.
So is that what you want me to type in? Or to have, how do you both agree on it?
I don't know. I'm not that far out yet, but
Okay.
we can try that.
All right. Did you still want more time to think about it, Claudia?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
They'll take it longer.
It worked.
It worked. Okay, good.
Yes. All right.
I wasn't that far out there yet, so thank you. They're getting harder. I'm not. It takes me a while to get my mind wrapped around this problem.
Yeah, if we were to do with this with a class, I think I would give them maybe about 30 minutes to go through with this with kids. And I don't know, like with this problem that I have here, this might be better with 8th graders, but just because of what is needed for students to solve this one. But so you might need to modify depending on the type of the grade level the students are coming in with. So I'm thinking with this one, we'll need Pythagorean theorem. I know that most students don't have that yet.
Are these problems meant to be middle school problems?
Well, with MathCounts, they're targeting middle school students. Yeah, so they try to hit that level of middle school, but I know sometimes some of the math could be more like either beginning high school sometimes, because especially some of the more challenging problems. Yeah.
The first ones, they were very appropriate for, I'm thinking as a 6th graders, they were very appropriate the first couple of problems, but then, they just got a little bit more.
Yeah, and I can show you this. Let me show you the original document where this all came from. So like it does increase in difficulty. So as like when I was going through this document, so you see like the first question was that problem there.
Yeah. Okay.
So it does increase in difficulty. So I didn't put all the questions. It's because I think I have, I put only 6 questions in this escape room. So as we get closer to the end, like these problems here are a bit more challenging in terms of what students need to work with. Here's what percentages. But they can actually combine these two, but I think I would have put this near the end, or I would probably even take it out just because if students didn't have that in their background for Pythagorean theorem.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Some of my kids wouldn't have that, so they would just count them and then be lost.
Yeah, so I think as a teacher, you could probably make that decision to take out certain problems. Maybe you could modify this document for depending on the kids you're working with and the grade level that they're at.
But that's fun. I think the kids would enjoy doing things like that.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Putting it as an escape room would be a fun way for students, especially with this virtual format, to go through these problems as either with partners or small groups in breakout rooms to do this together. And then all the problem sets actually come with answers. So like the top part would be the one that you give to students, and then this part is the solutions. So as a teacher, you'll know what to expect. So you don't have to work out all the answers for yourself, but you know what to expect for students to get. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's what you'll be getting when you look through the problem sets too.
And there's some explanation. Is that explanation? Oh, it comes with explanation as well. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so they've given a lot of support in terms of the things that they've created from MathCounts, so which is really helpful as a teacher. Yeah, but I still feel like I have to, when I was going through this, I feel like I have to still work things out for myself every time before I even meet with the kids to make sure I know the problems the students will be working through and what solutions to expect. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of think how they would think. So if they ask you something, you can go, Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. So you're at
No,
least
if
one
I
step
don't-
ahead of them.
Yeah, if I don't think about it, they'll always come up with something and I kind of think, I don't know, and I have to stop and think about it.
It's also fun as a teacher too, if you go through it with the kids together too. And so I think that's also the fun part of doing some of these problems together with the kids. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we're down to the last year. I wasn't sure if we want to finish up with the escape room or do you want to see the other things that I've created? Because I put these problem sets in other formats too. And I wanted to give time for you to explore that too.
I'm good to try a new one.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see. So this is what I was planning to do next was to have you go through all the different the other formats, which I could put in the chat. And then I don't know if you want to either go on your own and try some of these things, or maybe you can talk about. So I'm just debating whether just throw it out all out or just do one at a time. But
we'll do one at a time. Spend a couple of minutes.
One at a time, and then if we don't get to them all, we can look at them later ourselves.
Yeah. So the first one I'm going to give, this is, so I've been working with someone from Maryland. She also takes care of the MathCounts at her site. And she introduced me to something called whiteboard chat. And so with whiteboard chat, it's pretty neat. It's like, I'm still learning how to use it, but so it's a whiteboard and you can sign in like as students and then I'll be as the instructor and I can see what you are doing on your end, I think. So I'm still working on that part. So
is it in the R app? What's it called?
Oh, it's just called whiteboard chat. That's
what it's called. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so
you want us to enter our name?
Yes, go ahead and enter your name. And then what you're going to see, let me show you what you should be seeing. So you'll see a whiteboard with the problem. So this will be the first set of problems I'll give you is, this is the visual patterns. And so what I'm hoping you can show your work and your thinking on here. And so you can kind of just navigate this for yourself and try to work out some of these problems for yourself during this time on the whiteboard. And then I can share with you what the teacher sees on their end.
Can this link be shared with more than one student?
The link, yeah.
Can more than one student work in one whiteboard?
Oh, let's see. Can more than one student work on, like going to the other pages or?
No, so say I'm in this whiteboard, right? And I can see that you're here with me. But can I have 2 or 3 students working on the same whiteboard?
You can. That part I haven't explored with the kids yet, but let's see. There's something where you can do a group collaborative whiteboard. Let me just go to whiteboard chat. So if you do something like, I think this is a collaborative board, that's what it's called. So if you go here and you start collaborating board, and you can put multiple people onto that board. And so what I've done, I think, is just an instructor board where each person gets their board individually. But if you do the collaborating board, you can invite others to be on this board. Do you want to see if that works? I haven't tried this yet.
Well, okay, sure.
Okay, let's just see if everyone gets on this board. So let me go ahead and put that in the chat. So I think, yeah, if you do it with the collaborating board, then yes, you can have more than one person on there.
Okay. How do I change that to 10?
So,
okay.
Yeah, I see. And I think everyone can write on the board too.
Yeah.
See, what did I go to? Let's see. No. Oh, there I am. Yeah.
Yeah, this I haven't explored with. This is new to me since she just introduced this to me. And I did try it once with the problems with my students here, and it was pretty neat just to be able to see student work. And I'll show you what I was able to see from when I did this with my students a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do I write there? What is it that I write?
All right, so let's see. So on here, you can show your thinking and your work as you go through this if it's neat, or you can just write down your answer here. So as you go through these problems, like as a teacher, this is what I'm seeing as the teacher. So I'm looking at this grid view, and this grid view is just really small. I just wish I could find a way just to kind of maybe open up to seeing. Oh, I guess I could just click on. You can see this once, like a student's work here, and so. That's, as the teacher, that's what you can do, like as you go from each of the pages. So as I go to the next page, I can see
This is cool.
what the other students are doing. And then you can decide, like, as when you're going through it as a class, you can have like pinpoint, like, okay, can you go over what you're thinking here? And so that's, and I think with the join, it's something I'm still playing with. I think when you click join as the teacher, the information that you are writing on the board goes onto the students' boards. That's what I think happens when you click join. So I think it's pretty neat. I'm still learning how to work with this whiteboard chat, but there's a lot of cool features on this in terms of being able to see students thinking in their work.
Yeah.
And then if you go to manage boards, this is where I was able to see some of my students' work here. So like these are all the individual students I was working with on that meeting. And then if I click on the eye, I can go onto that student's board and see the answers, their screen and their answers that they were putting in there. And right now the student was just putting answers.
Yeah.
So I think that's the neat thing about this. And so this is another form in which where you can put problems is using this whiteboard chat. All right, do you want the other one?
Yes.
Okay, so let me give you the Desmos, okay? I'll give you the student version that I have for the Desmos for now. And then I'll also give you all the teacher version so you can have the teacher parts of this. So this Desmos is using the problem sets for fun problem set solving techniques. So go ahead and give this a try and then see how that works for you. And then I think I'm on that right now.
Oh, where is it?
And let me also put that up. All right, I'm just here. And for this problem set, they're really focusing on just different types of problem solving. So I'm not going to do the pacing, but they were suggesting, or I guess I was putting as a suggestion, maybe just do like the first type, as if you're pacing this, maybe just do technique 1 first for all the modeling problems and then discuss it with the group. And so they have 4 different types of problem solving techniques here. So if we were doing this with a class, I would suggest to just pace it out. But yeah, for you, you can play around, just maybe check out the different types. And the reason why I put it as a Desmo is because with this, I put the work as in the sketch. So like if students were working on this, they can try to write it out, or they can even actually, like with this one, you probably need students to actually get paper and draw things out. That's another thing I would recommend for students doing this problem set, to actually work it out hands-on. So I'll give you some time to play with this one and let me know if there's any questions as you're playing with it.
Yeah, the wording is confusing, just so you know. So
yeah.
I can only see, you know, how confusing it would be for the
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I copied paste exactly the way they had it, but yeah. So, and I was depending like should I maybe space it out a little bit better to just, maybe it's easier to read? Yeah. You're looking at the first one, right?
Yeah.
The strip of paper consists.
So a strip of paper consists of, so I need to, like I'm folding a strip of paper, like I have no idea what it means. The strip of the strip is folded in half. So the rightmost square 8. Line stays down. Mhm.
Yeah, so when you fold that one, like if you have the numbers 1 through 8 on there,
Yeah,
so when you fold it,
yeah. Got it. Yeah. Then the right.
and I'm seeing some neat, if you're watching this as a teacher and you're watching on the dashboard, you can see all the different strategies that students are doing on the sketch pad, which is really cool.
Cool. That's cool.
So what was the original question? Let's see.
What number is in the square? I don't know.
Then it's gonna be the 6 and the 5. I think it. You want me to say what it is, or do you want to write it down?
No, but wait.
Okay.
To your own Desmos if you want.
Yeah.
I don't think I have shared to all the students, right?
Is he there?
Okay. So let's see. This is you know what? I really love. This would be the cool thing for us to do, like tactile, like with the actual paper,
I agree. It's like,
I'm sorry, don't give me that. And again, as an English learner, this is, and even though I'm, this doesn't make any sense. And I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of my kiddos,
Mhm.
and in my own shoes.
Oh yeah.
I think with this,
This would be difficult. They almost need to draw it to do the visual.
Yeah.
I think it would be difficult. Even if they're trying to draw it.
yeah.
I would just take this.
I mean, it's good. It takes a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I wanna, like my first attempt, like get a piece of paper, everybody. So this will be a good, get a piece of paper, like strip it, because it's an 8 squares as shown. A strip is folded in half, right? Like this, a square. So at the rightmost square lands at 8, face down. So there's like, this is a binary thing, right? It's I think, I don't know.
Ooh, I
1,
changed
2,
my
3,
answer
4,
after
5,
I
6,
actually
7,
did it
8.
with
Okay,
paper.
there it is. So which one was it? Then the rightmost square again, followed Okay. What number is in the square on the top of the stack?
So when you folded it all up, what would be at the top?
Yeah, so if you kept on folding in half, right, just fold in half and then half again.
So here's half. So here's half, right? And then
Okay.
I'm doing another half, right?
Fold it in half again.
And then half again. So that's 8, right? So that's 8 right there. So the number on top, like this number right here, is going to be.
So what number is that?
Isn't it 1?
The
No?
bottom should be number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Got it. 1, 2. Oh, jeez, I have to unfold it.
So the drawing doesn't really help in this one, just because I think it has to actually be physical with the paper.
Is it
Yeah,
6?
because I tried to do it on the board and fold it, but I forgot what was on the other side.
Yeah. And
Wait. I have to do 1, 2, hold on. 3, 4, 5.
And even after I folded it, as I folded again, I put what the old number was on top. So I mean, I really use visuals.
So the what, is it 7? Wait.
let's see.
No.
I don't think
it's
so.
It's no. What, 2? I don't know. Is it 2?
Yeah, I thought it was 6 when I did it on the board by just trying to do it in my head.
Yeah.
But I think it's 2.
2. It is 2, right?
If you remember what was on the top or
Yeah.
bottom.
So
Yeah,
you-
because keep from folding.
yeah, it is 2. It is 2.
Yeah. Put in 2 and see what happens.
Okay. Correct. Yay.
When I try to put this decimal together, it gives the feedback to the students if they know it's correct. And then but I don't put a message if it's wrong. It just stays blank when it's wrong.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is cool. But you know what? I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get some paper, guys.
Yeah. I think with this one, we would have to tell students to make sure that they have paper or scissors with them so they can cut things out and be able to do the hands-on when you're planning to do this one.
But here's the thing. I cannot visualize this just by looking at that script on that flat screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is it? Like, I want to know, what is the trick? How do you visualize it without this? That's my question.
And I was noticing, like, I think some people were trying to put it, like, what would be the numbers on top and see what that would look like. How was that
And
going?
that's what I was trying to do, but I kept forgetting what was on the bottom, because as you keep folding it, a bottom number now comes on the top.
Exactly. So keeping
I kept
track.
thinking the top number would be on, kept coming up, but you actually, by the end, you've got a bottom number, so.
Yes, because you're folding that paper up on top of itself, and whatever was on the bottom is now going to be on the top.
But that is so interesting. How is it that I'm still, I mean, and again, you know, this will be a really cool thing that the kids will go home, like, still wonder about, you know? Like, how is it that it's 2? Why, you know?
Because it doesn't seem like it'd be that, yeah, it doesn't seem like it should be that way because you're keeping folding.
Right, and I think if, not necessarily for all the kids, I mean, if you could, but if you could end up getting a paper that was 2 colored, and so if you use as a visual, so as you're folding, they can really see that the underside or the lower number is folding up on top. I think that would be a good visual, but I don't know, getting a 2-sided paper and enough for the kids. I mean.
Yeah.
Or do one that's like lightly shaded, or tell the kids like put stripes on one end, but still have the numbers.
Yeah, have them put different designs or color it themselves, the top and bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as you fold it, they can see that it's flipping over.
Yeah, do like a colored pencil, have like color one side. Yeah, I like that idea.
Or a Sharpie that is going to bleed through the other side, you know?
Those are really good ideas. Let me write these ideas down for if I were to do this. So for number 1.
See, it's good that you're testing this with us. Like,
yes, I haven't tested all these things out yet. So I'm looking forward to trying it out with students.
All right.
Well, I work with special ed kids, so I'm always trying to think that one extra step of how can I make it them to get it, you know, so the color coding or the sizing, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a nice extra visual to help students keep track of the one side versus the other side. Yeah. Okay. And then let me see. I think I had one more that I was going to show you, but it was on Google Forms. Did you want to see what that looks like?
Sure.
All right.
I'm really intrigued about whiteboard, the whiteboard thing.
Yeah, and I'm still
one looks really cool. Yeah.
They're going to have a webinar on December 23rd at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, so I just signed up for it.
Okay. Yeah, so something I should learn more, because I feel like I know like a little bit about it, but I'm not proficient in how to use it. So I haven't used it as a whole class. I've only used it with MathCounts because it's a smaller group. I don't know how to manage that if I was with a larger group of students.
Yeah, for sure.
But it would be nice if you could use it. Well, I still teach smaller groups sometimes, but it's nice if I could have all 4 or 5 up for me to see at the same time.
Yes.
Because right now they're all supposedly doing it, and then I have to individually say, show me your whiteboard, what are you doing? Show me your whiteboard, what are you doing? Where I like this, where I could have 5 or 6 of them up, and I can see all what they're doing again.
Yeah.
Or if they're not doing anything, I can say, what do you need?
And that's, for me, that's Desmos. Like I create these activity builders with my classes, and the Desmos helps me keep track of what students are working on. And
Yeah.
But I think with the whiteboard chart, it's easy just to copy and paste a problem that you're working on and then share the whiteboard with the class to sign on to.
You can see who's actually doing it, because we do new Desmos, but with the whole class, and you can kind of see who's who's giving a response, but if you have some that aren't, you still can't really single out. I mean, short of calling names like you three haven't done it yet, which sometimes helps where I feel like if I had it, if I could see, the whiteboard and they knew I was seeing them,
Yeah.
I could say, John, get started.
Yeah, because once you have it on grid view, then you can look at everybody's board all at once.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so with the Google Forms that I just put in, I just put a problem set. This problem set's called the Math Club Day problem set. And with that, all I did was just put the questions in a Google form.
Oh, okay.
And it also gives students feedback when you go onto that Google form too. So when they put a wrong answer, like if they put that and they go on to the next one, it will let them know, okay, go back and rethink it again. And so hopefully if they're working in small groups with this, they can work together, discuss it. And so at least it gives them the feedback to continue thinking about it as a group. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right. So
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share with you all the different ways I was thinking about how to put these problem sets in a different form and give it to students so they can engage in it in small groups and work together. And do you have any other ideas? That's one thing I wanted to end with was are there other ideas on how you can imagine giving out? So instead of just giving out the paper, but is there other engaging ways that you might give out the problem sets to students?
Well, you've used Desmos, you used all the forms that I can think of and other, the platforms I can think of plus more. So I'm not aware of any other platforms that can be used, did you use Net? I mean, it's similar to Desmos, but Nearpod and
I'm not familiar with that. I haven't tried. I've heard of it.
Okay. Oh, well, here's the thing. If you know Desmos, then stick with Desmos.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many things out there. Yeah, if you've got one, get good at the one. Yeah.
Yes. I think I wanted to stick with the Desmos because I'm still learning so much more about Desmos as I'm playing with it.
Yeah.
Plus, if the kids are using it with, they'll get used to that format because I know sometimes we try to switch it up, but I know at least with some of my kids, anything new, there's a learning curve. They're not like excited because it's new. They're frustrated because they don't know what it is, where it's like, oh, I know how to click this and I know how to find the pen and I know how to find the eraser. But if you give them a whole new format, you have a whole lesson and showing them where the new things are.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true.
I agree, Susie. But I've been I've been on the quest to figure out how can Desmos be used for like a group like where a lot of kids can be in the same slide, collaborating, similar to what you have for the whiteboard app. There's an app that I was using called and it's similar to Jamboard, I think. It's called Awe app, but it's app.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
App. So I'm going to put the link.
I'll look into that later.
Yeah, I'm going to put the link in the chat. So that's I started using that, but then I realized that in order for the kids to go to their particular slide, they have to go through other people's slides, and then it sends them. They don't have a lot of freedom, in other words. And it's similar to Jamboard. In Jamboard, you have to go through other people's slides in order for you to go to your slide, right? And so I'm looking for an app like that acts as an whiteboard where students can collaborate, can contribute to the same slide, and where I'm still able to see what they're doing. So that's what I'm looking for. Desmos cannot give me that. Jamboard cannot give me that because it doesn't support a lot of students and it's too cumbersome. It just gets too confusing, And the app, it's, I don't know, that's the closest thing that I've come with. But what you shared with us, I think that may be the answer.
Yeah, especially especially like collaborative features. So let me know how that works for you if you're able to do that collaboration piece that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me give you all the documents that I wanted to share with you for everything. So here's, let me put in the chat. Let's see. Oh, wait, where did I put it? So here is the link to the document. So this all has all the different links from today's meeting of all the work that I created. And let's see. Let me just go ahead and just share screen just to make sure that document's clear. So like this is the, for here, the top part was the escape room, and I have so the escape room is the top link. And then I also include the handouts in which the MathCount document is from. I also included the directions on how to make an escape room. Actually this was inspired from the SDEM meeting that they did with Fawn, and they also created their own escape room. So I just kind of just copied from there. And then I also put a copy of the slide so you can modify for yourself. So I just I put a lot of things on there. And so just kind of explore for this, like here's the whiteboard chat, and I have the link just to the whiteboard chat right there.
Okay, great.
Form, so everything. And then if you go to this link, this will lead you to all the problem sets. So everything from today is on there. And then the last thing, don't forget to register for MathCounts. I think both of you already done that?
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm waiting for my materials to arrive in the mail.
Yeah, and what you get, I have it right here. Let me show you what you should end up getting.
It's like a box, right, with a bunch of goodies.
Yeah, this is the goodies. Like, well, they have a pamphlet or a little booklet about all the information and all the games.
Yeah.
And then I received some cards. Unfortunately, I don't get to play with these cards with the kids because they do have some games with cards. But I'll just wait till I see the kids.
Yeah.
I know,
and
bingo cards, yeah. And the
Lots of
pencils, yeah.
Pencils,
So-
oh, nice.
So lots of stuff that came in the mail when I registered over the summer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just got mine, so you should be getting it soon because I just registered your first day. So
Awesome.
Nice. So I'm glad that was quick. That came.
yeah, so it's they're still working. So yeah.
Yes. And I've been chatting with them because of all the materials. So it's like I know they're busy on there, and then they're also busy working on the upcoming competition series that they'll be having. And then the last thing I will want to give you, and Laura, if you can also email this to the other participants, because I know that there are more people that have joined us in the past, but this is the survey. It's just a really quick survey. And at the end, if you are doing a MathCounts club, please let me know and just put your name at the end along with the school site and your email address so I can contact you and just check in and see how things are going and what I can do to help support you with your MathCounts club. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping to try to get some of the other math teachers to join me in January and try to organize something.
Yeah, I hope you will be able to do that. And yeah, I've had another math teacher join me from my site, and she's been participating with me. And so it's great to have the support of other teachers at your site.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll let you know if we get it going, but that's my goal for January is to talk to some of the other ones and get them interested and see if we can get a group going.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, just put your name and your email on there at the bottom, and then I'll just check in maybe like in middle of January after we come back from the break just to see how things are going. Okay.
Perfect. Let's see, did we have is it the survey? I saw the survey and then I lost it. Is it on? Did you send the link to do the survey?
Let me put the link of the survey again in there.
Okay.
Here's the survey. Yeah. Yeah, it's a quick survey just to kind of just give me a feel like how the PD went for you. And then so if I were to do this in the future, things that maybe I need to modify, give me any suggestions. Okay.
Jen, did you have to create an account for for the whiteboard chat, or you just start drawing? Is that?
Let me see. I think I might have started an account in order to create a teacher account.
Oh, there it is. Start teaching. Okay.
And I think I created an account under my sandy.net email.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to play with this over the winter break.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out, like, well, I played it with the first time with my MathCounts club when I found out about, like, let me see how it works. But I was like, I wasn't navigating through it as smoothly as I was wishing, like, to just to be able to see all the work and how to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your participation and taking the time. I know this is tough to, especially all the things that we're doing at our own sites, but I really appreciate you all taking the time to come and join me and learn more about MathCounts.
This is fun. I always look forward to this little PD, so it's very informative.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Susie.
Thank you, Jen. Yeah, this has been great. So hopefully I can get more people involved because we talk about we want to do stuff, but we don't know how to get started. So
yeah, I hope this
is a new-
helps.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get more the math teachers involved and then get some kids involved, either still online or when we can get back to school too. So
Yeah,
thanks.
who knows? Yeah, I hope either situation, both online or
Yeah.
in person.
One
Right,
trick
yeah.
though, I always brought candy and cookies for my math club after school. So I mean, just
I always brought treats in too. I feel bad like I don't
bring
give
your
my kids treats.
learn with treats.
And Laura, do you want to say anything? Because I know you put some things in the chat.
So I'm gonna put a link to our create page on Facebook. So we've been putting more about the PD we have. So if you can like our page to get more info, we put a lot of stuff on there. It'll be like STEM outreach for students and also more PD opportunities for teachers. And some of them are lesson studies where teachers actually get paid for participating. So if you want like some opportunities like that, we also put that on there. So we'd like to have you in that page community for more info.
All right. Thank you. So lots of opportunities for PD.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy your break.